Ooh, it's all foggy. If you cannot tell, it's a very hot one today in Omaha, the worst city on the planet. My injectors finally came back from a proper cleaning. Now, if you guys remember just a little bit ago, I took out the injectors and cleaned them with my own solution before sending them off to Boost Lab. I can't front, it took a little bit longer than I kind of anticipated to get those injectors back. It's not a really big deal, but I wanna show you guys how they package them and then return them, and then also kind of the numbers. I'll be real with you, I don't know how the mathematics of this work. But they gave a nifty little package of it heat sealed with each individual injector. I'm sure some people actually label which injector's which, but I just yanked them out of the SR and threw them in a box. So there's some lubricant in there as well, but they also give you kind of this cool little dynamic flow testing chart to show what was the fail point. Now, if you guys remember when I started this car, I believe that one injector was really bad. You can see here, they have an injector flow data chart. Phil Choi put me onto these guys, and he was saying that they're probably just gonna send them back and tell me that the injectors are fried. So this is kind of nice. It's only $100 versus like the $500 to $600 that new 750 injectors would have been for me. So I had a shit ton of gas get dumped into the oil just because the injectors were so shitty. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain all that oil out of the engine itself. We're gonna do a little oil change, just do some Mobil 1 10W30 on it, and then I'm gonna throw back in the injectors. So yeah, it has a very wonderful aroma of corn in the gas. I'm gonna do a quick Google search because I don't know how much oil it takes. I'm gonna guess it's like a 4.5 quart engine, like every fucking Nissan I've ever worked on. Thank you, Ancient Zilvia. It's actually 3.5 to 3.75. 5.5 if you have a Greddy upgraded oil pan. I learn, you guys learn. It's perfect. Gonna throw in those injectors next. We are sticking it to the man today by using previously recalled jack stands. I almost put the oil in before putting the drain plug in. So the oil wasn't as filled with gas as I thought it was. The oil was a nice color, and especially after kind of beating on this and driving it home, I realized that I have a massive dent in the oil pans. But yes, let's go ahead and put that fresh oil in. Oh my god. No! But. Alright, so we have the new injector, well not new, but the Remand injector, and I'm gonna make sure to grab some of this super lube that they have and basically go from there, and we're gonna lubricate the bottom tiny little O-ring and also the one in the middle. Alright, now we're gonna plop these little guys back in here. Alright, so intake manifold's back on, all four of those are in, so now I just gotta put this wiring harness back on. And then some wires that I'm not even gonna front wrap, I don't really know what they do. And then make sure you tighten up these other clamps again. And then we're gonna throw on the throttle body cable. I think I got everything. Injectors seem to be fine, and I don't know, now moment of truth, let's start this thing and see if it actually runs right. I fucking hope so. I'm about to give up. No leaks that I can see. Smells a little gassy, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw that fan on so it doesn't get too high. As you can tell from the last shot, I cut my hair and I kind of hate it. But anyways, it needed to be done. It's the first time I got a haircut in probably a year. I like to be completely transparent with my followers, the viewers of this channel, and especially my friends so they can roast me. So, got those injectors back in the engine, right? Pretty straightforward, no big deal. I started it and the misfire was still happening, as you saw. Now, I went back and realized that me and Ryan went over to the shop, I think, probably 2 or 3 days ago. We swapped around some of the injectors and the spark plugs, which I had done previously, or not the injectors. We swapped around the coil packs and the spark plugs to see if the problem would follow the coil pack or follow the spark plug, and it didn't, so we knew that wasn't the issue. And I was terrified that it was going to be bad compression. Now, I like to think that my S13 is very well set up and properly done. It's almost there. It's about 80%. One of the fall points and the fail points of this car is the wiring. Now, I thought the wiring was a bad... Dude, the problem still persisted, and I was about to give up. Then Ryan was like, well, make sure you're going through with a multimeter and checking your continuity of the wires, and because injectors work on a pulse, and I was trying to just do some ghetto shit, and he talked me down off this ledge. So then I was like, all right, I'm gonna crack open the ECU and start testing all the pinouts, you know? There's one pesky little problem with old Nissans. A lot of the fucking wiring looks like that, an absolute rat's nest. So as a quick fix, I have this taped so it doesn't move around even though there is that bolt in it. And basically on the pinout, number 101 is what actually powers that pulsating feed and power for the injector to turn on and off. So I literally put that in and now the car runs flawlessly. So we'll go cruise it around a little bit. So gassed up, a little embarrassed that that was the smallest problem ever, but in this whole process, the injectors got cleaned. I got to kind of fuck around with some of the wiring in that ECU, and here we are. So as I've said about the wiring before, there are a couple downfalls of this wiring harness. One of them being is I can't figure out how to get the top up and down button working. So in S13 convertibles, in the hydraulic pump, you'll see there's this valve up top that you just have to twist, I think counterclockwise, and it just opens it up so you can use it as a manual top. I was in the car with Blake yesterday and we were able to just throw this top back, but it's kind of stiff because that hydraulic fluid is still inside of that. Basically there's a big hydraulic pump that sits right here and moves the entire assembly. So yeah, let's go drive this thing. Here it goes, boys. It's a long time coming. It still doesn't run perfect, but listen. What do you think?
It's chilling.
Chilling? Just chilling.
It's cool. It's nice. It's nice. It moves. It's nice. This is gonna be a fun car to drive.
It stinks like coolant. We think we're leaking something. I don't. Well, here we are. I'm just driving it.
True.
So yeah, thanks for watching. I still don't have anything on the shop. I will eventually. But thanks for everyone having patience getting this car running. And now we're gonna drift this thing. Hey, Brandon, wait.
About me, I'm on my rebel shit. Mom been worried about me, I'm on my Mom been worried about me, I'm on my rebel shit. Ain't no more free love when I'm done, we settling. Ain't worried about police cause I work this pedal, bitch. I got a lot on me, I'ma work this pedal, bitch. I only driving super sport. Get away but she hate it. I took 90 milligrams, I'm gambling like it's Vegas. The more you hate, she enemy. Yo, daddy must thought you play a shit. Told her I'll hit Cali if I'm on fake shit.